So what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at Power Rangers Mighty Morphin Megazord. Yes, the Mighty Morphin Megazord. Someone's probably sitting there saying, "You do Transformers, you? Why are you doing this?" Because I like all giant robots. I like all giant robots, and I have a pretty decent collection of Megazords. Believe it or not. Now, they're not very well kept, and they're also missing a lot of pieces because a lot of them are secondhand from garage sales. This one is actually my brother's. My brother owned this thing. It's 100% complete, and you're looking at the sword. Yeah, it's pretty nice still. It looks pretty crispy. There's still the handle's a bit worn, but that's inevitable, right? That was inevitable. But the blade looks phenomenal. Look at that blade. Doesn't that look good? As far as it goes, why am I doing Power Rangers videos? Oh, and that's kind of the thing I'm going to talk about. I'm doing this in a way to kind of honor Jason David Frank. For those who don't know, Jason David Frank is the Green Power Ranger, and today we tragically found out that he had taken his own life at the age of 49. And he's an icon. He's an icon of the 90s. Now, I'm not born in the 90s, I'm born in 2002. But I still know who he is, and I grew up with watching Power Rangers, so I know who he is. He's been a big part of it, and it's kind of weird to see that he's not going to be in it anymore when they do, like, the big events, because he's the main guy. Everybody wanted to be Tommy, and that's who he is. He's one of the best. Now, the next 3 reviews I plan on doing are going to be Power Rangers, and they're going to be the Mighty Morphin first season. So it's going to be the main Megazord, the Dragon Zord after this, and then Titanus. How I'm going to do Titanus, I do not know. But we will see. So let's just get into this. So these guys are pretty decent. I mean, for those who don't know, Power Rangers, yeah, they're bricks. They don't do much. They look cool, and that's it. Let's take a look at the saber-toothed tiger first here. I'm going to turn him to the side because he takes up too much space back there. Oop, there he goes. As far as the saber-toothed tiger goes, looks pretty good. Stickers are actually pretty nice on this guy. Also, another fallen Power Rangers cast member was the Yellow Ranger. I'm forgetting her name. I forget her name right now. I'm blanking on it. But yeah, this thing looks pretty good. It has a gun tail, which you can flip up, and it actually stays just high enough so the barrel pokes over. Oh. As far as the head sculpt goes, looks pretty alright. Looks pretty good. Nice chrome tusks. Fangs up the front. It looks great. The articulation is the front legs. That's it. And they're on very nice clicky ratchets. Next up, we got the Triceratops. And the Triceratops, I don't know why I butchered that so bad. The Triceratops looks pretty good. He has some nice chrome horns. He is missing one eye. It is a sticker. It fell off. Other than that, though, the stickers look pretty nice on this guy. Look pretty crisp. This one's a bit iffy up here, but that's alright. He has a gun tail as well, but he can kind of aim the back section. See, you're making that click when I move that. I mean, these guys are just pretty good, you know? They're just there. Next up, we have the Mastodon. And again, missing the same eye, the same left eye. Stickers on the face, other than that eye being missing, is great. Stickers on the side look great. I don't think I own like 3. I own 3 of these. I own 3 of these, and that. I only own 1 pink sword, though. That's the only one I own of the pink sword, is that one. It's the only pterodactyl I own. Again, tusks on him look good. He doesn't have a chrome trunk, but it is there. And I mean, he does kind of move a bit. Looks all right. And now we're going to take a look at, before we get into the big fella himself, who can't stand for some reason, the pterodactyl, who has these weird feet that it stands on. Or you can, you know, do that. And the stickers on the inside look nice. It's the only bit of pink on the figure. Other than that, it's red for some reason. Like I said, this thing's... It's pretty blatant what this is. It really is. It's the most blatant of the bunch. And last but certainly not least, we have to clear the place for him because he's too large. Don't worry, we're going to have to boost up anyway because it's going to be way too big. I already checked. And here we have the Tyrannosaurus Rex. You can bend forward and all that good stuff. I guess I could have did that and he would have fit in frame way better. You can also, if you want, get the vertical Rex. The horizontal Rex instead of the vertical. You can do that. I mean, these guys just feel like a toy, you know? They just feel toyish, and that's what you want from them. Stickers on him, also pretty good. Pretty alright. Not blatant at all that he is the main core unit of the entire Megazord. But hey, that's just how that is. No articulation on this guy other than like the knees and the feet tilt. Legs can go forward. That's it. That's all. Tail does clip in. I'm not thinking, does it? It should. It won't. I don't want to force it. So that is the main Zord. So that's the 5 Zords belonging to the original Mighty Morphin crew. So let's get into the tank form. To do the tank form, it's a pretty simple affair. So we're first going to start with the Triceratops and Saber-Toothed Tiger. I'm not sure which leg goes on which. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. So you're going to flip up the tails, respectively. Flip in those. And you're going to drop the Saber-Tooth down to the ground. Like that. You're then going to take the Tyrannosaurus and leave his knees so they're kind of outward like that. You're then going to combine on those. And you're going to lean them forward like so. It's going to start to look like that. And then take the Mastodon, remove his head. And on the back of the head, there's this peg that will peg into the chest piece. Like that. I'm going to come in here and split this open and then fold these out. And they'll wrap around the back and flip them forward. And then you're going to peg in the cannon bits like that, which are the pterodactyl feet. And then you're going to take the pterodactyl itself and that just wedges itself up top there, and it's going to be a bit out of frame because it's a bit too tall. But there you have the Mighty Morphin Megazord tank form, which looks alright. It's pretty ridiculous, but all of them have it pretty much, so it's understandable. Morphin, I mean, it looks alright. It is a bit goofy, but I like it just because it's just kind of odd looking. I do like that all of the heads end up in there somewhere, you know? I think that that's great. Yeah, I mean, this thing looks alright. It doesn't really do anything, except you can aim the turrets, of course, because they're on arms. And yeah, this thing's basically just the halfway point to the combined form. You know it is. Everyone knows it is. That's what it is. So, we're gonna do a little bit of a boost up to the camera, and we'll be back in a second. And we are back, and it's a bit high up now. I know it's a bit high up. It needs to be high up. So first thing I'm going to do to get this thing into the Megazord form, remove the cannons really quick. Come to the back, remove her, and we'll actually kind of start the transformation for her. Take her head, push it in, and then flip in the wings like that. And that is all you do to get the chest piece. Next thing, come to the chest of this and remove this. Just leave it as is though. And then come around to the back here, and you're going to flip up the tail. That's going to peg in, and then flip the tip of the tail down. You're then going to pick up the rest of the figure, and you are going to press the black buttons to release the sides. Fold the feet up into place, like so. And then you're going to make sure the arms stay in place. Flip up the shoulder pads. Flip in out the hands, rotate them around, and of course the cannons do store on the back. Like so. Flip down that, flip in the dino head, take the chest piece, and it just clips onto the front, and then flip those forward, take his arms, give him the power sword, and give him his shield. And there is the mighty Morphin Megazord in all of its glory. And if this wasn't like one of the toys from the 90s, this thing is amazing. It is just great. It is one of the greatest robot designs, in my opinion, ever. It just is. It's iconic. It's everything. And the toy barely moves. But that's all right, because that's just Power Rangers until Hasbro got their hands on it, actually gave them articulation, which is kind of, it's crazy. I've kind of been interested in it. I kind of wanted to buy the Lego-ish ones, but I didn't. I didn't ever see the Red Zord, so I never bothered. So, but as far as articulation goes, nothing in the head. Forward and back, you got a full 360. No outward, obviously. Inward, and you got to kick forward. That's it. That's what Power Rangers toys do. I mean, as far as the combination goes, it's a fun combination, as most Megazord combos are. I like how the Mastodon splits open and the arms just fold out of it, which is awesome. It's really cool to see that happen, you know? I mean, the legs are pretty generic. You just kind of flip them forward till they form feet-like things. Even the Tyrannosaurus isn't up to much. You pretty much just straighten him out and then flip his head down and into his chest. That's it. And even the pink Zord, just flip it in and then attach it. That's it. Not to take away from anything, but it's, you know, it's a decent combination. It just is. It's a great looking combination. And I'm not going to take points from this thing. It's too iconic of a toy to take points from. Turning it around, it also looks really good. There's nothing really going on the back here. You have the tail, which I like that it just pegs in. I love that. It secures the arms even more than it already is, because it already pegs into the sides, and then the chest piece pegs it in, and then it pegs in down below as well, like right here-ish. And then it's just secure, and it's awesome. The amount of quality going into this is awesome. This guy doesn't feel like he's gonna break. He doesn't. He is quality. Pure quality. And that's what I think of the Mighty Morphin Megazord. It's quality. It's iconic. It's everything. I don't really want to give a rating, because you already know what the rating is. It's 5 out of 5. It's too good not to be a 5 out of 5. It just is. It's iconic. It's an insanely good toy for what it is, and that's what it is a toy. It's not trying to be anything else. Now it's a collector's item. That's what it is. It's what it's going to be. As far as things go, this thing's great, and I would recommend it if you ever found one. I don't know how much these guys go for on the aftermarket, but I'm sure you could find bits and pieces around. Good luck finding that. I've never found one. In all of the years I've seen the bits, I've never once seen the pink one. Never in my life have I seen the pterodactyl. Well, other than that, this has been Eilt Elite, signing out.